Aloha, friends and neighbors, and welcome to program 1066. We're going to cover the second week of May 2017 for you, see what's coming up. I guess the big news is, well, as you're watching the show, you're still caught in the scary month. We had a very scary full moon happen, and you're probably tired of going, eek, a bug. Anyway, the last of this scary stuff is Sunday night, Monday morning, and then there's a day or two of accumulation, and the next full moon, which is on Wednesday, the 10th of May, is at 20 degrees of Scorpio, and it sextiles Pluto, and some bugs are good. So you just got a little more of that reptile brain startle to endure, and we'll be out of that nasty month. Good news, huh? I was watching carefully when the moon went by Pluto, and I knew there was a scary thing. Sure enough, they played movies, Red Dawn, the Russians invaded, all kind of scary movies, guns and guns, and nuclear weapons, oh boy. And then interesting things came up about seeds, and I realized Pluto is seeds. And it turns out Monsanto and these bad GMO seed people are pushing out our real seeds and supplying us with synthetic seeds like hybrids. Hybrids can't breed, I mean, horses and donkeys are wonderful. Yeah, and you put them together, you get a hybrid called a mule. But you can't breed mules. No, they're sterile. Same thing happening with seeds, thanks to, crazy chemical companies in the USA. Well, I've got a chart all drawn up for you here. I decided trying to put less color in the chart. That's Neptune, flip-flop, fluffy stuff. The real information is in the dark symbols and numbers and things. But what do we got here? The sun is going through Taurus from 15 to 25 degrees. In about 2 weeks from you, it'll be going by the Pleiades at 29 Taurus, my rising sign. The main thing is Jupiter here is still squaring Pluto and opposing Uranus and Mercury to some extent. Venus is starting to get into the mix. But basically, we still got a lot of fear going on for this month. Just got to get through Sunday night, Monday morning. That's when the sirens tend to go, eek a bug, and there's volcanoes, there's plagues, epidemics. We got to fear, Zika virus, we got to fear the viruses. That's some truth in that. But the answer isn't to apply Monsanto insecticides all over our world. No. Okay, so Neptune is lining up with them to help Pluto a bit. And Mars is squaring Neptune at the end of next week. Kind of like in the U.S. chart, there's a tendency to go off and get angry over misinformation. Yeah. But Jupiter's there, trining Mars. Hopefully some heroes, some sports guys will come out and tell the truth. Well, let's look at it day by day. We're going to run the moon around the edge. I mean, these are just the people in your life, huh? Yeah. Here's the judge, Saturn. Here's Jupiter, the lawyer. Here's Pluto, the police. Here's Neptune, the priest, doctor. Here's Uranus, the techie, the tinker, the environmentalist. Those are the players. The others here, Venus and Mars, sister and brother, father and mother, sun and moon, Mercury, kids, they move around a lot. But these big players, Saturn, the judge, Jupiter, the lawyer, Pluto, the investigator, policeman, Neptune, doctor. These guys move slowly. And so politics is the area where you see them playing, sometimes not always for our good, unfortunately. Well, here's the moon. You're watching the show on Thursday night, the 4th of May. The moon's in Virgo. And here, What's that? Moon squares Mars. After dinner, people are impatient and angry. You're watching the Thursday night show. You're probably impatient and angry. Ask yourself what you're protecting. Don't spoil your digestion. Early Friday morning. Here, this is actually midnight. Well, that's an opposition to Neptune. Huh? Confusion and delusion. Thursday night, Friday morning, early. But, you know, when you get to 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., here's a nice trine to the sun. And things will get better. You'll start getting stuff done. You know, you'll see. But this should be a red Neptune. This is an opposition. I make mistakes too, you know. So, confusion. And maybe the project should be reviewed a little bit, seeing as confusion was so close to its inception. By the middle of Friday, before lunch and around lunchtime, there's a nice trine to Pluto, and that's discovery. And that's why you want to listen to that information. That's the good stuff. Friday night, moon's still in Virgo, gets to this place where it squares Saturn. That's around midnight, 1 a.m. in the morning. We got stuck. We got scared. Oh boy, look out. Yeah. But you're stuck, and it's cold. The judge, what do those judges do? Saturday morning you find out, wake up, there's more laws. They never take laws off. They just put laws on, more fences and more restrictions and more, you know, the jails are full already, folks. What are you going to do? Saturn. Here's a... now this is... this is a little confusing here. What's going on? Another mistake. I'm working on Mercury retrograde. That ain't Jupiter, that's Venus. So here you are, Saturday in the middle of the day, and the moon's opposing Venus. And there's not enough sweets, and people aren't having that much fun. The girls are teasing and not passing out the fruit. So, you know, what do you do? Venus is a problem. But the real problem with Jupiter doesn't arise until Sunday. The moon's just gone into Libra. We all expected Venus was going to do some goodies on Saturday. Went off to have fun. Didn't work out. Sunday morning, well, here's a trine to Mars. It's time to get things done. Do some chores. Get out and exercise. Work those muscles. You know, you're going to need them here because here comes the T-square. The moon goes by Jupiter. And we want more expansion. Oh, listen to the lawyers. Listen to the rich people. We can all get rich. The moon's going by Jupiter in the middle of Sunday. Don't get sucked in, because here after dinner is a square to Pluto. There's panic. The police arrived. There's sirens. There's all kinds of a bug, a panicky feeling. Feel separated. That feeling of panic and separation Sunday night goes on through Monday while the moon's in Libra. Here's opposition to Mercury. This is between breakfast and lunch. Can't communicate. Where's the kids? Yeah. Then here's the opposition to Uranus. Electrical things aren't working. Feel kind of alone. You know, that's Monday about 2, 3 in the afternoon. Finally, the sextile to Saturn comes up. The judge comes in, the boss, a feeling of grounding, and you realize you were sucked into that deal Sunday and through Monday. Don't panic, settle down, keep calm, carry on. That's what Saturn says, and he's right. And the moon goes into Scorpio, where it will be on Tuesday, the 9th, still in Scorpio. Oops, you didn't see that, huh? Here's the mess. Sunday night goes all the way through Monday in the middle of the day. And the last thing it does here in the middle of Monday is sextile Saturn. So nothing but red planets. There's a full moon right there Sunday night. That's that 20-degree Libra that sets you into a month of scary shit. Excuse my language. So here's a nice settle down feeling after Monday afternoon. Moon in Scorpio. You get positively inspired Tuesday night. The moon trines Neptune. And there's music and art. Your higher heart can come out here, some compassion for people. Yeah. What are they doing to those homeless? Were they ever homeless? Wednesday morning, here's a sextile to Pluto. There's discovery. Scorpio is Pluto's sign. So when the moon sextiles Pluto from Scorpio, big discoveries can come in. Here's the good side of the whole thing. Remember, you got the bad side of the full moon Sunday night, Monday morning. Here's the good side of a full moon. It's happening on Wednesday. This full moon occurs here before lunch, between breakfast and lunch, and it's at 20 Scorpio. And I consider it a good full moon because 20 Scorpio makes a sextile to Pluto at 19 Capricorn. And maybe I once bought a house in La Palma, California, had its own little police department. Guys wore light-colored business suits. They didn't have heavy black and leather and guns all over, and they would help you. They would help you on the street, not arrest you. Amazing. They all had to have social science degrees, be over 35, and have kids, or they wouldn't hire them as policemen. Yeah, no guns. My God, what a wonderful police department. White shirts, no black. Nice little cars, no threat. Once I was a little wobbly going home from a big business dinner, and, I was thinking of pulling over, and this cop pulled me over, and he said, "You had a little too much to drink, young man." I said, "Yes, sir." He says, "Come on, I'll take you home." And he took me home in his car, and next morning he picked me up, took me back to the car so I could retrieve it. No cost, no issue, no right, wrong, just helped me. That's real Pluto. That was a real police department, La Palma, California, next to Knott's Berry Farm. You just change the costume, take all the black and the leather off the policeman and give him a white shirt, change his behavior. Well, good, about Pluto. Thing is, here's this full moon afterwards, but it's a good time to experiment. Maybe there's a police department somewhere would put on white shirts, leave their gun at home. I mean, they got gas and electrical weapons. They don't need guns. Put a white shirt on them and leave the pistols around home. I mean, see what happens. One police department has to volunteer to do it. The policemen's union. Once the guns are off the cops will feel more safe. Yes, they will. They won't shoot and get shot. Okay, enough Pluto lecture. That's for your Wednesday morning on May 10th. Feeling continues through Thursday at breakfast. In the middle of the day, moon shifts into Sagittarius right here. It's actually breakfast time. And the feeling's a little different. Thursday night, here's a trine to Venus. There's some sweets. The girls are feeling loving. There is some love and peace and quiet around. Your cat comes over and licks your hand. There's confusion, though, Friday. On Friday, we have the square to Neptune and the opposition to Mars. And here is the road rage. Here's the drunk who gets belligerent and fights. That's the U.S. Mars-Neptune square. My God. The U.S. government gets drunk and fights. Or gets religious and fights. Or gets confused and fights. So here it is anyway, Friday. You're going to see people doing it. Ask yourself what you're protecting. You're confused. Friday, May 12th. Saturday, the moon's still in Sagittarius until you get to about dinner time, and it goes into Capricorn. But in late Sagittarius, look at that, in the middle of Saturday, even before lunch, here's a trine to Uranus. Common sense, brotherhood pops up. Hooray! Then there's a conjunction to Saturn. Hey, maybe we could put some laws in that actually did some good for people. Empty the jails. Empty the jails. They're just baloney. And here's Mercury. The kids would be really happy. That's about midnight Saturday. So Saturday, in the middle of the day, right through the evening, there's a lot of enlightenment, a lot of practicality here. I hope it does some good. On Sunday, the moon's in Capricorn, and it kind of feels a little different. Here's a Sunday night, here's a square to Venus. Can't get no rest. But there's a conjunction to, there's a square to Jupiter. Well, it's a busy Sunday afternoon. But on Monday, the moon hits Pluto and makes a sextile to the new full moon time. So Monday, you'll have some discovery here. Could be quite nice. Could be.